Hello and welcome back to the Knitting Eillets Podcast. Welcome to all of you who are new to this channel. This is a kind of special episode, an in-between episode, in between my normal podcast episodes. Sometimes I do an in-between episode about a topic that is arising or I want to talk about or I just find interesting. So as we are getting slowly towards spring and summer, the bright season, the light season, I'm very, very happy to greet you here for the 15 spring and summer patterns I've chosen for you. First, and before we start, I put all the patterns I mentioned in this video, I put underneath in the info box, and on my Ravelry Eillets you can find a bundle which is named Spring and Summer Patterns, and you will find all those patterns in there and some more. I just kind of narrowed this bundle down to the 15 patterns, and I did 5 categories, which I'm going to tell you now. I really love this one, and I thought it was very suiting to this episode, this special episode. This is the pattern I made last year. It is the Tulip sweater by Ririko. So there is a Tulip sweater, and this is Tulip by Ririko, so it's very similar. But I really like this one. It's a simple raglan with a nice little detail here on the raglan line, front and back, with short rows. And the best thing is the lace part on the side and all around. It really looks really nice with the lace. So this pattern, I think I've already talked about it in another podcast episode. If I'm not very much mistaken, I couldn't remember by the life of me, I couldn't remember which one. But I talked about this, so this is not in the list now. This is just what I'm wearing, but I will also put it below, and it's a very excellent spring-summer pattern. I knitted this up with hand-dyed wool from a Swiss hand dyer, Wollspinnerei Vetsch. In real life it's just beautiful. And it's a merino silk wool, fingering weight, and I really loved knitting this up with the wool, with the pattern. It was a perfect knit. And this is actually a pattern I am thinking of redoing. And as the Swiss Yarn Festival is arising in April, I will have the chance to go to the Wollspinnerei Vetsch stand, market. I will go to the Wollspinnerei Vetsch, and I might actually take another 2 skeins of their wool. They had so many lovely colors last year. It was a really, really hard decision, and I might just take another 2 and do another one of those. It's lovely. So can only recommend this pattern. I love wearing it. Now I'm sitting a bit further to the left right of the screen. It's very strange still. So I can put in the pictures of the patterns whilst I'm talking about them. I will do, I think, a split screen. So I might even smudge over a bit more. Hope you enjoy it. Let me know if you are knitting in summer and spring, or if you're looking forward to knitting in summer and spring, or if you're more like, oh no, I lose my mojo kind of over the summer, I'm more of an autumn-winter knitter. That would also be fine. The 5 categories I have are sweaters, cardigans, t-shirts, summer tops, and shawls. And I know that the t-shirts and the sweaters are kind of, yeah, you can always make a sweater out of a t-shirt or a t-shirt out of a sweater in just not knitting as much of a sleeve. But I have enough patterns, so I could really divide those 2 sections. So I will start with the sweaters. We are going like in direction of summer, so we started the long sleeve sweaters, and I have 3 sweaters chosen. And I will look not really into the camera, but I will look at Ravelry at the same time. So forgive me if I'm not looking at the camera all the time. I will have split screen anyways. And if I make too dumb of a face, I will just blend in the photo. So the first pattern I have for you is the Princesa Presiosa or Princesa Presiosa. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's by Vera Sanon. It's a lovely fingering weight sweater. It's a raglan, a top-down raglan. And it has a very lovely stitch or lace pattern down the sleeve. And I also really, really like the neckline. I'm not sure if it's a V-neck or if it's it looks kind of a shallow V-neck or a bit a rounded V-neck, not a typical V, but I really like how this is looking. And I love when jumpers go a little bit further down. This one, it could go, for my taste, it could go down a bit more. For a spring-summer pattern, I really like having them a bit below my collarbones here. And this one seems to have a very, very nice neckline, which I really like. And I find it rare to find this kind of neckline because often it's just a square one from the raglan or a V-neck or a round one. And this is a bit of a different thing. Sizes available is from double XS, so XXS to 3XL. It uses up 823 to 1,463 meters of fingering weight yarn, 24 stitches on 4 inches or 10 centimeters in stockinette stitch. And the languages available for this pattern are English and German. It costs $6 and it's 3/4 sleeve, so it's not a full sleeve. I should maybe say the bust circumference is for that one because the size XXS is a 82 centimeter bust circumference, and the XS is a 87, and the S is a 92. And this is something also I find very interesting on this pattern. I often tend to have the problem that the sizes are too high up. So size inclusivity is nice if it goes to 5, 7, whatever XL, but it often gets forgotten that some people need below an S or below an XS even, depending on the pattern. So if I look at the pattern and its XS size is like 100 centimeters or 95 and they stayed like 5 centimeters ease, I cannot actually do the pattern because 5 centimeters ease for me would be 90 centimeters. So I would have to go and calculate. So this is very size inclusive, I think, but maybe more in the other direction for smaller chest lassies like me. So this is very nice, and it's top down, it's in the round, seamless, and yeah, lace. I really like this sweater and I'm very tempted to make one of those. Next up, we have a pattern that includes a cardigan and a sweater, if I'm not totally mistaken. It's the Gaja sweater by Amanita Knits or Agatha Mackiewicz. They are both fingering with 24 stitches on 10 centimeters or 4 inches. Also 800 to 2,000 meters, depending on the size. You have size XS up to 5XL, and size XS has finished bust circumference of 104. So this one is meant to have 20 centimeters of positive ease, which is quite a lot. So it's a very loose fitting garment. It's in the round, top down. I think it's a drop shoulder design with a V-neck, also very interesting. And they just have this lovely stitch lace pattern on the sleeves also, and the faux seam on the side, and a lovely V-neck detail, like for the collar. It's really, really nice. And yeah, I really love how this looks. Also, the cardigan is very beautiful, but I took this pattern into the sweater section nonetheless. And the third sweater is a very special one, also from Construction. And I think it is also a free pattern on Ravelry, which is great if you're kind of starting. And I think it's knitted in a very different way. I think it is knitted sideways, if I'm not mistaken. So this holds together a lace and a fingering, which gives you kind of a fingering with a question mark sport weight, Her gauge is at 20 stitches, 4 inches, but fingering and lace, maybe that's a typo here, it should be DK. 20 stitches normally is DK weight. So maybe you find a DK weight yarn with 20 stitches. And I blend in how the pattern looks. It's kind of with batwing sleeves. So you just kind of increase, and I think it's worked sideways from cuff to cuff. And you increase and decrease stitches, which is a very interesting construction. It looks very nice. It has a V-neck and it has these lovely lace panels, like leafy lace panels going across. It's really, really nice. You need on 4mm needles. You need quite a lot of yarn, 1,210 meters up to 1,620 meters of fingering, held together with the same amount in a lace weight. But I really love how this looks, and I'm actually having this saved in my favorites list for a very long time. And who knows, maybe I find DK weight merino silk yarn and Swiss Yarn Festival, which I might take to do this one. So let's go to the cardigans. The next and first cardigan is the Corran cardigan by Rebecca Clow. It is a worsted weight sweater with 14 stitches on 4 inches, but it is all over lace. So this means, compared to the other summer patterns, which often are fingering weight or lightweight wool, this one is a very heavy wool, but because you have all over lace pattern, it still is quite light and airy. So it looks very interesting. It is a bottom-up drop sleeve lace long sleeve seamless sweater. You have the option for a short sleeve. Of course, Rebecca also shows some pictures of that. And I think it's a very cute cardigan. I'm not very tempted to make this one up, to knit this one up because of the bottom up part. I'm just not too much of a fan of bottom up, but I really like how it looks, so maybe I can get myself to do it. It goes from sizes 1 to 10, so it's a very big size range. The pattern is available in English. And what does she say? Bust circumference. It goes from finished bust circumference 86.5 to 163.5 centimeters. So it's quite a big range of bust size. And yes, for a long sleeve, small size of size 1 sweater, you need 701 meters. So it's worsted weight, so you need more than one skein, of course, because they are never 400 meters on a worsted weight skein of yarn, but it's very interesting. It's very nice. The next cardigan is, I just found recently actually, and I find it really interesting. It's the Millie cardigan by Irene. So you have a very nice bishop sleeve version or this kind of retro style above elbow short sleeve version. And it's a DK weight, 25 stitches in 4 inches. I don't think that's DK. That for me is a fingering weight with 24 stitches with my gauge in 3.5mm needles. And the yardage also, I think, it's a fingering. It's 1,102 to 1,969 yards, or 1,008 to 1,800 meters, sizes 1 to 8. And it's available in English, Japanese, Korean. It's in the round, it's lace, it has positive ease, raglan, and it's top down. But of course it's worked flat because it's a cardigan. So it's an all over lace cardigan with a very intricate and nice lace pattern. Also the raglan lines kind of wander down the cardigan, which I really like. It looks so romantic and lovely. I just love how this one looks. It's not. And the last one I was just stunned by when I saw this, and it's accidentally, actually I didn't realize it until I wrote down the names. It's also by Irene, so she seems to be kind of a cardigan queen, lace cardigan queen. It's the Acacia cardigan, I don't know exactly how to pronounce it. It is a lace and the light fingering, which makes a DK weight, 21 stitches. on 10 centimeters, 4 inches, 4 millimeters needles. And it's just an all over pattern lace cardigan, and it's top down, it's seamless, it's cables, it has a bit of everything in it, and it just looks so nice. And there are a lot of colors that it has been knitted up in, so from the testers, I guess, and there are so many nice colors, and in each color just looks so nice. And I also love the sleeves. They are also kind of those bishop sleeves, which I just love. I just love a good bishop sleeve. So let's go to the tees, and now this is where I actually have a fixed plan, and I also have the wool for that, and that's the one I will start with. It's the Ellie shirt, and strictly it's you could also knit it long sleeves, so it's a pattern for long sleeves and short sleeves. But because I want to knit it as a t-shirt, so short sleeves, I took it into the t-shirts section. It is knitted up in 26 stitches on 10 inches, double broken rib stitch, which I have no clue so far what this is, but I'm interested to find out. It's a light fingering. You need 648 yards or 625 meters for the smallest size, and 1747 meters in the biggest size. It comes from size A to N, not M but N, so it's ABCD. It's really a lot of sizes there. And size A has a finished garment circumference of 83 centimeters, and the bust circumferences she suggests start at 78 centimeters, which is great. That means I don't have to do the first size. I really can do. I could even size down if I wanted to, because my bust size would be the second size, 84 centimeters with no ease, or 90 centimeters with a little bit ease, and she recommends 5 to 7 centimeters ease. I would do 5 centimeters max. Maybe I will also go for the second size, because I am knitting this up with silk, a pure silk yarn, which is just, gosh guys, I wish you could feel that. It's wonderful. And oh, my skein is falling apart here. Let me take the other one. And this is the yarn that hopped into my bag at Forever Taiga Yarns, the Swiss yarn dyer. I'm recently visiting once a month for a knitting morning on a Saturday, and it's just, look at this color. I mean, the red one is it's closed off, but it has brown, and here it is, brown and gold and speckles. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm struggling with left and right. It has a really nice brown and golden speckles, and it's warm, white, shelly, pearly. Wow, I will love this. I think it would look great. I didn't even say who it is by, actually. I forgot. The Ellie shirt is by Rust Knitwear Designs by Simon Ryan. It's a Swiss designer, actually. She's also designing I think it's called Cordelia shirt, which is the t-shirt for the Swiss Yarn Festival. I'm not that much of a fan of this one, but I really like how the Ellie shirt is looking. Because of this broken rib stitch, it has this line, and it has those really nice lines on the side where it kind of cinches in and goes out again at your waist, so you have a really lovely waist shaping. I think you can do it without, but I'm of course going to do it with waist shaping. I love how this looks. Lovely V-neck. Lovely shaping also on the sleeves with this V kind of shape, so very interesting. It looks very interesting to knit. Pattern is available in German and English. The second t-shirt I have for you is the Marigold tee by Winter's Weather Knits. It looks really interesting, and this one is also knitted, I think, side to side, sideways. I think you see it maybe on the shoulders or on the sides. I'm not sure. Maybe you do a front and the back. It's a crew neck, so also very interesting neckline. And it's kind of striped, but it has these lace kind of stripes, so it looks really interesting. It also looks a bit difficult. I think you have to watch your gauge very much with this one because of the stockinette stripes and the lace stripes. They will behave very differently when you block it. And when you take two yarns and it's not the same, even if it's the same yarn, because you are knitting lace in one stripe and not lace the other one, it can get a bit weird with gauge. I'm a bit afraid of that. I have it in my favorites list a longer time, but I didn't dare kind of to start it because I'm aware of the gauge issues that could come up, and I'm a bit apprehensive. But I really love how this looks. I really like this loose fit. It's very a basic t-shirt design, but with this lace inside, it's really lovely, and I love how this one looks. Sizes are from XS to 5XL. You need 561 meters only for the smallest size and 1589 meters for the largest size. It's 22 stitches in 4 inches or 10 centimeters in stockinette stitch. 3.75 millimeter needles she uses, and sizes are as followed. So she goes, smallest size is a 92.5 centimeter bust, and the largest bust size is 190.5 centimeters. And she recommends 25.5 to 30.5 centimeters of positive ease. So really, really, really much of a lot of positive ease, which makes the look, but I'm very apprehensive of that. So I could maybe bring myself to do a size 2 with 105, which was 20 centimeters of positive ease, which would be the most positive ease I've ever netted. So yeah, but it looks so great. Maybe I will just go for it and try it one day. And the last one is the one I just recently found, which I think looks very nice and interesting. It is the Beatrix Demi Blouse by Fox and Folk. And it's a DK weight pattern, 19.5 stitches on 10 centimeters, knitted up with a 4.5 millimeter needles, 480 meters for the smallest size, up to 1257 meters for the largest size. Bust sizes start from 73 up to 65. Sorry. That's terrible. It's too much numbers. 73 to 165 centimeters. So now I got it. The pattern is available in English. So you have quite a big range. That is very interesting. She includes sizing modifications. So the pattern includes a whole page that breaks down how to get the perfect fit for you, and with exact measurements and how you might want to modify your piece, which is great. It's really nice. It's bottom up, and it includes this crochet for the edging. So maybe I will try it at one point. It also includes I-cord, in the round lace, one-piece seamless tied. Twisted stitches are also included, and a part is worked flat. Now let's go to the summer tops, and the first one I'm recommending to you is one I actually knitted up last year in summer. It's the Lily Leaf top by Lene Tosti. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. And it's a DK weight pattern, 21 stitches and 4 inches on 3.5 millimeter needles, and it has this lovely like a circular yoke with this lovely leaf stitch pattern, and it's just, I love the fit. She gives you the option of bust darts in the stockinette stitch body, or she gives you the option to do a ripped body, kind of 2x2 rip. I did the 2x2 ripped body version, which just fits very nicely. It's not too tight, it's not too loose. I knitted it up in a bamboo cotton yarn. I just loved wearing it. So this is really also one I'm considering in doing in another color, because I love it so much and I loved wearing it. It looked just so good. And because of the not too loose stitch gauge, you don't have to worry about something like your bra peeking through or something. It's very easy to wear. It also hides your bra straps and everything, so it's just a wonderful pattern. Lene Tosti has a lot of lovely summer t-shirt patterns or summer top patterns, so maybe I might take or purchase another one. The sizes are XXS up to XXL, which includes finished bust measurements from 69 centimeters up to 114. I think I made size 2 with a 76 because she suggests 2.5 to 5 centimeters of negative ease. So this should really be a fitted garment. Which then these two patterns, the next ones coming up, are patterns I might do this summer. I'm not yet sure which one I would want to go first, so I will decide this when I arrive in summer and see which one speaks to me the most in the moment and what kind of yarn I have here. And yeah, it's they are both very appealing to me. But now back to the Cadaquès by Amelie Lewis. It's a DK weight pattern with 22 stitches on 10 centimeters, 3.75 millimeter needles. Smallest size only uses 380 meters, so it's 2 skeins of DK weight yarn. And 1,170 meters for the biggest size. It goes from size 1 to 15, so also very size inclusive. Languages are English and French. It is in the round, no ease or positive ease, you kind of have both. It's seamless, top down, and it looks just so nice and summery, beachy with the low backdrop also. I think this is a shirt you can, it doesn't matter which way around you wear it, it's both back or front. The finished bust measurements are approximately, let me see, 80 for the smallest size, 80 centimeters up to 150 centimeters. I love the little stitch detail on the, how do you say that, the strap. And the strap also is wide enough and placed in a way that you can wear a bra underneath. I think also the backdrop is not that deep that you will see the bra line. So it's, I just like how it looks. It looks so nice. The last top in my list here in this one is the Mala top by Anna Daku. And this is also a top that looks, firstly, easy to wear with a bra underneath it with no problems. It looks nice. It has very nice details, but still just a lovely pattern. It's a sport weight, 26 stitches on 4 inches. But the sport weight has a question mark. For me, this would more likely be a fingering weight. And you need 450 up to 785 meters. It has 9 sizes, 86.5 to 152.5 centimeters bust. Pattern is only available in English. It's top down, one piece, in the round, negative ease. Parts of it are worked flat, I guess. The upper part, and then you join and go down. It's charted, it's fitted. It just looks so nice. It's a very strong contestant for me to buy and try out. She suggests an ease of 6.5 to 11.5 centimeters of negative ease. So quite a lot of negative ease. I think I would go for the smaller sizes, but she uses a silk linen, mulberry silk and linen blend. So maybe if you have the linen and silk, which is very drapey and has not a lot of hold in itself, maybe it's best and maybe will stretch out a lot. I will see that now with my Ellie shirt. But it's also, I think it could also be nice if it's a bit more drapey and a bit more loose fitted. It's not tight on her. So yeah, I love the stitch pattern around the neckline that comes down in the center front. Lovely. Not too much, just the right amount. Now let's go to the last section, the shawls. I will again start with the one I am intending to do. I recovered from my shawl overdose after the Yvonne MT shawl, which I had a year to knit. You can watch my episode 9, I think, was it? I showed you that one. So I always need a break. I can do one shawl at a time, and then I need a break of shawls, and then I find the courage again to start another one, because I love wearing shawls, as you know. And I intend to do the Foliosa by Justina Lorkowska. Hope I'm pronouncing it right. I'm sorry if not. It's in a fingering weight, 22 stitches, 4 inches, so fingering to sport weight maybe. On 3.5 millimeters needle, 800 meters are required. It's one size, English and Polish. It's a crescent shape, and you have a schematic and the written pattern. And I really love the border you knit afterwards. So you first knit the whole body part, which is with the lace pattern, the flower lace pattern, and the ribbing parts, and then you stop and kind of pick up stitches, and the foliage lace on the bottom you knit kind of sideways. So I'm very keen to see how this construction works. And I already bought the pattern. It's not too long, it's not too many pages, it seems very clear and easy going. So I'm really looking forward to do this. And I'm using a yarn I bought last year on the Swiss Yarn Festival, and I haven't used so far because I didn't really take a close look. And it's a lace weight. And I bought a pattern with it for a lace weight shawl, but I'm not really feeling like knitting a lace weight shawl, which will take me forever and a day. So I will get another ball of yarn in one color, and actually the dyer from Forever Tiger Yarns is dyeing up one for me. I sent her photos of the colors, told her what I want. I want it to be a light color, so this light lilac in here, even a bit more lighter, and then I will hold those two. She's also doing me a lace yarn, and then I will hold those two together, and I will get exactly a sport weight or something. This is also a hand-dyed yarn by Bilum, hand-dyed natural yarns, hand-dyed in Hungary, and the colorway is called Amethyst, and it's 50% silk and 50% yak wool. The only thing is, this ball has 700 meters on 100 grams. The one which is going to be dyed up for me will be 800 meters on 100 grams. So technically I am 100 meters short of this yarn. But as this is a fade, I will start on the outside with a dark purple on top, and it will fade down. It will be washed out with the lighter yarn I'm holding it together with, but it will fade from a light purple to a really almost whitish lilac. And I think if I really need to, I could get like a white or an off-white lace weight yarn and hold it together with the rest, with the other one, if I didn't have enough, and the bottom would be whitish. So I'm not too worried about that. I will knit the shawl. It will definitely be enough for the shawl body, and if I have enough of the lace, of the lace border, I will see when I get there. But this yarn is so soft. And such a lovely color. Like, it's more true to color back here. I'm really looking forward to doing this shawl. Let's go to the second shawl I have on my list. The second shawl is the Golden Hazel shawl by Agnes Kutas, which was actually the seller of this yarn. It was her yarn, her market stand. I was purchasing this yarn and the lace weight pattern, but it was my fault. I didn't watch closely what I was buying. I was so overwhelmed on my first ever yarn festival, and the Swiss Yarn Festival. I was just, I was overwhelmed. And this Golden Hazel shawl the first picture is what got me actually. It's so wonderful. The only reason why I'm not doing this one, but the other one, is because of the color. because hazel for me is this color that is on that picture, like this brownish greenish color, which I would want to have. I would want to have like more of a dark green foresty kind of shawl with that pattern. And the other one has this rose color, and I just saw the lilac in there. It's yeah, that's the reason I'm not doing that one. It's also fingering 23 stitches on 10 centimeters. It's 3.75 or 4 millimeters needle, 800 to 850 meters. So you would need 2 skeins of fingering yarn at least. It is, she stated as an autumnal shawl, but with the lace pattern, I could totally see it as a summer scarf or a summer shawl. Like in the cooler evenings, I love to take a shawl with me then and kind of drape it around my shoulders. It's just nothing better than that. And I just, yeah, it could be both. It could be a late summer, early evening, like an Indian summer scarf, shawl. That would be also very nice in a reddish tone, burnt orange. Also a good idea. It might be my next one actually. Yeah, it's a crescent shawl too. It has lovely lace pattern. She also has a beanie and fingerless mitts with the same stitch pattern on it, so you could kind of make a set, an autumnal set for it with this. And yeah, also a lovely idea, having a matching hat, scarf and fingerless mitts. Why not? Love the pattern. Last pattern of this roundup is a shawl a friend of mine knit, and I really love it. Every time I see her wearing it, I'm like, this shawl is just gorgeous. And she wears it mostly as a scarf, but it looks so good with these pops of color in it. It's the Fog Bow by Melanie Burke. Pattern is available in German, English and Spanish. It needs 1097 meters. Fingering weight, as I said, it's 11 stitches in 2 inches. So this would be 22 stitches in 4 inches, so 22 stitches in 10 centimeters. So it's a sport fingering weight. And you have very different shawls here. If you take a look at the pictures on the left-hand side of the Ravelry page, you have very many color combinations. You have one color scarves, and you have with scraps. And this is what I like in this shawl, these kind of colored lines going through it. It gives it a really nice vibe, and it can give it a really nice summery vibe. The shape seems to be a triangular shape, but it's asymmetric. It's an asymmetric triangular shape. Lace is in there, stockinette stitches in there. If I can see this correctly, or is it garter? No, it's garter stitch, lace, and these colored line stripes. So this just looks a lot of fun to knit. And I actually didn't mind the asymmetric triangular shape with the Yvonne MT shawl. I was first a bit worried on how to wear that asymmetric shape, but I really like it. It has something to it. It's not like it's a shawl. So something is different there. Oh, she gives the wingspan. It has 250 centimeters of wingspan and 75 centimeters of width. This is everything I'm going to introduce to you. I think these are a lot of patterns. There are even more in my Ravelry Bundle, as you know. You can find the Ravelry Bundle on my Ravelry page, Eillets. You can also find me on Instagram as knitting_Eillets. If you want to, please like this video, subscribe to my channel if you want to. We have so many new subscribers, which I'm really thrilled about. We are at, 226 or something. It's incredible. If you want to subscribe and to not miss a video of mine, subscribe. My next regular podcast episode will be out in 2 weeks and more or less from now, and I'm looking forward to that. So with this, wishing you a lot of fun planning your spring projects. If you have a very nice spring or summer project you're planning or you know you're going to do, you can happily write them underneath in the comments. See you. Bye.